Hey everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing a dual smart charger. This is the ISDT smart charger, as you can see here on the box. It's 200 watts. It says 10 amp, but it's actually 12 amp. That's what the menu says on the charger. And the instruction manual, it's of course a 1 to 6S charger. Really nice, a lot of features. And having that high amp gives you the ability to really charge large capacity batteries, or charge at 2 or 3 C, depending on what your batteries are rated at. But I have tested all the way to 12 amps using this big 5,000 milliamp battery that I'd probably usually would charge at 2 C, but I just temporarily tried it at 12 just to confirm that it does go all the way up to 12 amps. It does just use XT60 connectors, which is a bit of a bummer. I would like to have seen it have several different kinds, even though XT60 is very common, but that can be easily rectified with just a simple adapter, because you'll probably want a Dean's plug on one of these, so you get like an XT60 to Dean's plug adapter to go in there. It's just a matter of being able to make sure you have enough room to get it plugged in on it. If you have some proprietary type batteries like the Bugs 2C battery, like it's XT30 to XT60 adapter I have, doesn't want to work with that because it's just the way the battery is designed. But a battery like this, with a Dean's plug, you're just going to need an adapter to work with it. You put the let's see, I'll go ahead and we'll plug in the battery here. You put the of course the XT60 in like this, and then you put the balance plug in all the way over towards the left to the right, or from the left to the right on both of them, I believe. I've only been using the first one. I haven't actually charged 2 batteries. But like that, with the negative the outside, positive the inside. So that's how you do it. So let's go ahead and we'll plug it in here. I'll just plug it in here, and you can hear the fans come on. It's got 2 cooling fans I forgot to mention here in the back, so that really keeps the unit nice and cool, because when you're charging up to 12 amps this is going to get really hot. So I like that it has the cooling fans built in, but you still want to make sure you have it on a nice a wood or a metal table or something. Don't put it on carpet or something that would let it get really hot. You can see here, hopefully this will show up. The menus may not show up very good on my camera. There's a lot of glare here from my lights too, but it says it's 3S battery. It's showing some of the information. You push in on the dial, and then you press channel 1, and that's now going to bring up all the information on this battery that I have plugged in. You would obviously press 2 if you have it on 2. You can do both when you're dual charging, which again, the dual charging is so nice to be able to charge up more than one battery at once without having to use one of those parallel boards, which can be quite dangerous. You get one of the ones that don't have fuses. So you press in on it, I'll press 1 again, and there's my cells. You can see I got this at storage voltage, 3.79, 3.78, 3.79. You can move it here to the dial, and it shows the voltage, the temperature. So you press in on it, and then here's your some more menus. So if you can't see this, I'll read it off. The first one's select task, and you get charge, discharge, and your storage voltage to set it to. Battery type, you've got lithium high voltage, LiPo, lithium ion, PB, nickel metal hydrate, all the different batteries. So you can charge a whole lot of different batteries on this, though a lot of those are not going to come with an XT60 connector, which again is an odd choice. If they just would have included some typical adapters with this, it would make it a lot better. But thankfully those adapters are not real expensive, so you can easily find them. It's just a bit of an inconvenience. Your in cell voltage, which of course you wanted at 4.2 on a LiPo. You don't want to go above that per cell. Your cell count, size battery, I got 3S. I believe it will auto detect that and set this, but if you need to change it, you can, all the way to 6S, because it'll detect it with the using the balance plug. And I've got it all the way, you see, at 12 amps. So I would probably charge this, I would charge this at 10 amps, maybe at 2C, or maybe a little bit lower. And you just go down here and you press start task, and it will start to charge. And if it gets warm, you're charging it at 12 amps. It didn't take long to put the cooling fans kicked in on it. Just really neat, nice built charger, it seems like. It seems to do a good job, and it The menus are nice and intuitive. They're not real confusing, so I do like that. It does also include a 5-volt 2-amp USB plug here on the side, and that's just to mostly, it says, like to charge a smartphone, or if you just want to charge something out in the field and you've got this, you know, hooked up. So obviously you need an AC outlet, but if you've got an AC outlet and you just need like an AC USB plug, you got one here. I think there's something about flashing the firmware, but I don't know if it's USB. It may be this weird little port next to it, which would be really odd, but I've not messed with trying to upgrade it into firmware. It seems to work just fine the way it is. So, like I said, you've got all the way up to 6S here on the balance, and of course, just the biggest complaint I have is the XT60s. And if they just included some adapters with this, it really would have made it much more flexible. So if you do get this, I would recommend looking for some adapters from XT60 to whatever plugs your batteries, most of your batteries use. But being able to charge 2 batteries in the field, you know, before you go out and fly, that's a big plus. Not having to do them one at a time. Like I got a SkyRC IMAX B6 AC. I absolutely love it, but it's only one battery at a time. I've compared the voltages for what this reads with the SkyRC IMAX, and they're pretty close. The SkyRC gets a little different reading. I would trust the SkyRC's voltage maybe a little more than this, just because it's a known brand. It's been around a long time. Mine is an authentic one, not a clone. The clones don't always read very good voltage, but they're close enough that I'm not concerned. This is just a few tenths of a volt different, which you know, is no big deal. So I think that pretty much covers everything on this. It's just a pretty nice little smart charger, intuitive menus, dual charger for 2 batteries, and it seems to do a good job. I have a purchase link in the description, and there's a coupon code in there for this product, so please do check it out if you like it or are interested in one, and stay tuned for more videos, and please subscribe, and have a good day.
The power of the dark side.